We're on the Natchez Trace Parkway, doing a little walk.
Yeah, begin to move a little bit. Oh, look, he's just staying like a stick there. There we go. Oh, do you see the antennas came in to make it more stick-like?
Wow. Could
That-
hardly tell.
If it hadn't been moving, I don't know if you'd have seen it.
Is it moving now?
That is super cool.
Hey, circuit riders. I wasn't really planning on making a video today, but we are just out for a drive in northern Alabama. We've been staying for the past couple of weeks in southern Tennessee because we were visiting my brother and his family in Nashville for Thanksgiving. My whole family came down to Nashville this year, and we had the kids with us. It was a wonderful week. But now Jason and I just have an extra day here that we're hanging out before we start making our way to Florida. And so I said, let's go for a little drive today. Just over the border into northern Alabama is the little city of Florence. And there looked like some sightseeing things to do down there. So I said, let's drive down there. On the way down, I kept seeing signs saying that we were entering the Shoals region. S-H-O-A-L-S, the Shoals. And I thought, what's that? So I looked it up, and there's a town down here called Muscle Shoals outside of Florence. And there's a famous music studio here called the Muscle Shoals Sound Studios. And I had never heard of this musical style before, but apparently this studio was instrumental in creating this sound in the late 60s called Muscle Shoals. So it's kind of a loose rhythm, percussion, heavy on the drums and the bass, and kind of a gritty southern vocal style. So Otis Redding has recorded here, the Rolling Stones, and just a bunch of famous songs have come out of this Muscle Shoals studio, which was founded in 1969. So I was so excited that we had this iconic landmark just out on this random drive. So I'll take you along and see what we can see here in Florence. And tomorrow we're going to start heading south, but we're not going straight to Florida. We're going to spend a couple of days in eastern Georgia, in Waynesboro, Georgia. We might show you some stuff there. And then 3 days in the Golden Isles region of South Carolina, which we love. We have not been back there in about 3 or 4 years, so we wanted to explore that again. And then we'll make our way down to Florida this weekend. So thanks for coming along.
Good thing he's found. If she is bad, he can't see it. She can do no wrong. Turn his back on his best friend if he put her down. Without begging on the woman, spend his very last dime, trying to hold on to what he needs.
Well, the plot thickens. So there's actually 2 recording studios here in Muscle Shoals. The first one was called Fame Studios. It's downtown, and this was the original studio where Aretha Franklin recorded. But the guys who were session musicians here at Fame Studios wanted to start their own studio, and then in 1969 they went and started Muscle Shoals Sound. So I'm finding conflicting reports online about which songs and which bands recorded in which studio, because kind of the same guys were involved in both recordings. But Kodachrome by Paul Simon, Brown Sugar by the Rolling Stones, When a Man Loves a Woman, and Lynyrd Skynyrd did a song here. I can't remember the name. But anyway, plenty of famous songs and famous bands have recorded at these 2 studios here in Muscle Shoals.
Just a little bit, baby, just a little bit.
Morning. We have made it over to the eastern border of Georgia, just south of Augusta, in a little town called Waynesboro. We're at a harvest host called the Scott Family Farm, and I just wanted to highlight it because it's so cute and peaceful here. It's a little Christmas tree farm, and they also do holiday events here. They do classes. We're just heading over to their little shop to buy our Harvest Host products, whatever we can find there. And we are staying here for 2 nights. Second night costs us $10. They have free water here. You can pay for electric as well, which we're not doing. So, and these people are so nice. When we drove in last night, it was dark, and they came out to the road and let us follow them in, made sure we got set up okay. And they're just like some of the nicest hosts that I've ever experienced at a harvest host. So, super nice lady, and a beautiful little shop in there. We got plenty of stuff. I've got some snacks, some candle, some lotion, room spray. So we made out good there.
Yeah, good stuff.
Do you like good music? That sweet soul music. Just long as it's swinging. Oh yeah. We out here on the floor, y'all. Going to a go. Dancing with the music. Oh yeah. Spotlight on James Brown, y'all. He the king of them all, y'all. He the king of them all, y'all. Oh yeah. Do you like good music? That sweet soul music. Just long as it's swinging. Oh yeah. I got to get the feeling. I got to get the feeling. Do you like good music? That sweet soul music. Help me get the feeling. I want to get the feeling. Otis Redding got the feeling.
We finished our work for the day, and we've got a couple of hours of light left, so we came into the city of Augusta, Georgia, about half an hour north of our Harvest Host. This is a city of 200,000 people right on the South Carolina border. We're just going to do a brief river walk here. There's some beautiful houses here along the river, and there must be some sort of historical downtown. We'll try to find that too. So this is the Savannah River that goes along Augusta, and across the river is actually South Carolina. Jason was wondering if this improvement area down by the Riverwalk is kind of a touristy thing that they tried to build, but nobody's really using it because we have seen very few people out today. And I said, I don't think that's it. I think that this weather is too cold for Georgians to be outside. It's 53 degrees. And I think, that's winter in the South, man. Nobody wants to be out in that. You know what this is? This has a little plaque that says it's called Speaker's Corner. And that is a soapbox that says Ivory on the side. And here's where you make your stump speech.
Every town I go in, there's a street. Name of the street, funky Broadway. Down on Broadway, there's a nightclub. Now, name of the nightclub now, baby. Funky Broadway. Down on Broadway.
So we've made it to South Carolina. We are between Savannah and Charleston at a Thousand Trails campground called the Oaks at Point South. We were here
Early on.
in Thanksgiving of 2020, I believe, right after we got on the road.
we flew the kids down here to have
I can't remember
Thanksgiving
if it
with
was
us.
2020 or 2021, but it was definitely during COVID because this campground was half empty at the time, and we loved it. We flew them down for Thanksgiving that year, and they camped out in a tent here, and we thought, oh, this is going to be one of our favorite campgrounds. We're definitely going to come back here. Well, I have not been able to get into this campground since then. Every year I try. Every year it's booked up in the spring and the fall as we're coming back and forth from Florida. And this year, for the first time, I was able to get 3 nights here. Because of a cancellation, I think. So this park is very small, only 92 spots, which is really small for a Thousand Trails campground. So once I reminded myself of that, I realized why it's always full. But we're just out taking a walk around the little lake here at the campground. We may go and explore Savannah tomorrow, although it's supposed to rain all day. And then Saturday, we're leaving for Florida. So if we see anything tomorrow, I'll take you along. I'm not sure how much there will be. But right now, a little break in the weather. So we're going to go for a walk.
There are gators.
Not today. It's too cold.
No, the gators are in the pond. They're somewhere.
There's famously gators in this pond.
They didn't head south, so they're
pretty cold out.
They're in downshifted, low metabolism mode, I'm sure.
Okay, we are getting ready to head down to Florida. It is wet and cold here outside of Savannah. And we did go down to Savannah yesterday, but the rain was so torrential that we didn't even get out. We ran a few errands. We went to the grocery store and we drove down the Riverview stretch there. But Savannah, of course, is a beautiful city. I was sad that we couldn't explore it yesterday. But anyway, I am ready to get out of here now. Let's head to Florida because when we get there today, it's going to be 82 degrees. And we have made it to sunny Florida. Yay! We are so excited to be at our winter spot here. If you're not familiar with our place in Titusville, Florida, I'll link to the video that I did last year when we first bought this property. And we're planning to winter here every year, at least for part of it. So this is a beautiful spot. And we're enjoying the sunshine. Thanks so much for coming along with us on this travel video. And I hope you're having a great holiday season. See you next time. Bye, guys.